Hello everybody, it's Andy here from AM Media Games. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to edit some of the code that I created in part 1 and also kind of in part 2 as well. So I've got two videos uploaded at the moment where it shows how to create a keypad, but the problem is I've had a question how to convert the keypad so it's on the wall but then it controls the door, rather than having the keypad just pop up when you click on a door. Now, I get that. You could have the keypad model on the door if you wanted to, but just for argument's sake, I'm going to place the keypad on the wall and I'm going to show you how to edit the code that we created in part 1 and 2 and get it working nice and efficiently. So this is what it currently looks like. You can type in any number with a set value, so it won't go beyond this amount of digits.
Access denied.
If you get the wrong code, it will give you an error. If you get the right code, which is 1212, it'll open. Oops.
Access granted.
And then the door will open just like this. So to achieve that effect, what we're going to do is we're going to create a blueprint. I'm going to ignore this one because this is just one for testing to make sure the code's right and it works properly for you guys. Excuse me. We're going to right click, we're going to go to blueprint class and we're going to go to actor. We're going to name this one wall keypad underscore BP, and then I'm going to do underscore tutorial. You don't have to do this part, that's just so I know which one's which. And then we're going to open this up. In here we're going to add two components, but we're going to do one first just to show you some of the errors that you might get so we can fix them together. So we're going to add a cube, and this would be replaced with your model. So if you're working with a model and you want to replace that model, then you can do that here, static mesh, and then add your model in where it says static mesh on the right hand side. So let's pop that into this top tab bar. And we are going to, I'm going to name this one keypad, just so we know what it is, keypad. And we're going to shrink this down, so let's compile, let's drag this into the scene so we can see how large it is. Now that's one hell of a massive keypad, so we do need to adjust the size. So let's scale this down and in, just like so. Let's look higher on that side. Let's compile, let's check that. Okay, so that's more of a reasonable size for a keypad. Let's place this excuse me, let's place this against the wall. Let's turn off snapping. That'll do. Okay, so you can see here that we have the keypad now fixed to the wall, and you can see also that it is a blueprint actor because you've got a little blueprint actor symbol there. And we also need to add collision, but what we're going to do is in the original door that we created, which would be this one here, let me open that up. If you remember this code, so part 2 we added this change which enables us to set the code per door, and in part 1 we set all this code up, and you can remember here we've got the bind event, which is our event dispatcher, which is coming from our widget blueprint, and we have here all this animation which is then going to control the opening of the door if the correct password or correct code is entered, and that will play sound, and then you've got a timeline. So all of this was done in part 1 of my videos, and then in part 2 the only thing we did really was just change this. So we added the set value after our widget. So I suggest you definitely watch those two videos first if you want to, just so it's easier to understand, because I'm not going to go back through all of that code again in the blueprints. It'll take too long. So what we're going to do, we're going to drag over, highlight all of this, Control C, go into our wall keypad blueprint, go to event graph, delete the 3 default nodes, Control V, and we're going to get an error, but that's fine, and we're also going to get a few errors, but we're going to fix them together, so don't panic. We're going to go to class settings first to fix this one, so we're going to start here and work our way through. So, go to class settings, we're going to go to implement interfaces. I suggest you watch part 1 so you understand what this is. Use open close, and then we're going to compile. We're going to delete this. We're going to go to interfaces on the left side, double click, it's going to bring us down here, it's going to add it to the graph. I'm going to drag that back up to the top. I'm going to delete toggle code. I'm going to go to, excuse me, having a coughing fit. We're going to go to event graph. I'm going to drag toggle code onto our blueprint interface message here. Now we're going to fix this. So we're going to go to the first error, which is it is on screen. Right click, and then we want to create variable, which is going to create our boolean down here. And when we compile, that will be fixed. We're going to fix these two, so let's delete both of those. We're going to get, is the widget currently on screen? If it's true, then we want to close. If it's false, then we want to open. Now if we compile, we've fixed this section. Now we just need to fix this section. So left click here, right click, create variable, that's fixed. Right click, oops, delete that, and then promote to variable, and then set to public, and then compile. Now we'll go down here. This is an easy fix. All we have to do is go to add box, and then box collision. It's the same name, so when we compile, it automatically fixes. Excuse me. And then we're going to go and fix this section. So what we need to do here is just delete. So we're going to delete this and this. So let's delete that. We don't need any of that. So let's compile and save, and look at that, we've got a fixed blueprint. Perfect. And it saved us a lot of work as well. So what we're going to do now, out of delay, is we're going to get all actors of class. And then we're going to go and create our new door, because this door has all of the code in it, and we don't want that. So we're going to create a secondary door, and this door is super easy to make. So in this door blueprint, this is all you need. That's how easy it is. So you can delete that. You don't need the box collision. So all you've got is a door, which is just the block, which will be your door model that you can swap here. And then in event graph, we have a custom event called open door. We have a single timeline, and we have door, the reference, which is like this, and then you connect that into target. So you're going to get a set relative location, connect that in, set your timeline up, which is a float track. Couldn't get the words out. And then you're going to connect update into your set relative location. You're going to split the struct pin here, and then connect open door, which is going to be your timeline that you just created inside there, and then connect that into new location for your z-axis, if that's the direction you want it to open. Once you've done that, you can compile and save. Now we have a blueprint door sliding up blueprint 1, which will be this, and we can now reference this in our keypad. So we're going to open up our keypad, and we're going to search for, so let's left click on this. Oh, we've got that little bug. We're going to go browse to asset, go to our wall keypad, and then we're going to click this little button here, use asset browser selection. Out of this, we're going to get for each loop, and what we're going to do is we're going to create an array. So let's get a variable. Let's do promote to variable. Oops. Let's delete that one. that one, get, and then connect that up. And then for the array element, we can call this event. So in here, we're going to come out of here and get open door. You see call function. We'll connect that in there. Target is the door. Excuse me. Target is the door sliding up blueprint 1, which is what we've just referenced here. And then if we click on make that public and compile, when we click on our keypad, we see we have correct answer, so we can implement a password, and we also have the ability to select the door that we want to impact. So let's set the password for this to 1212. And we have our array element here, so we can impact or affect 2 doors. We just click plus, select the other door we want. Maybe you want multiple doors that can open on the same keypad. That's fine, you can do that. Oops. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that one. Let's just add 1. So we're going to select this door with the eyedropper tool. This keypad is now 1212 for its password. So when we go into the level and we input the correct code, in your door blueprint that we just created, which is this one, it will fire off this timeline. So let's go in. Let's go and press on our keypad, 1212.
Access granted.
And then when we look at the door here, it should open. There you go. That one won't. This one will. So that's how you convert the code that I made in part 1 and 2 into a keypad, and then into multiple use for doors. And it's really good because it's universal. You can use it throughout your entire level. You could have codecs or computers or notes hidden with different passwords on. You could have puzzles that give you one number at a time. The only limit is your imagination, but I hope you found this helpful. If you do, hit that like button. Consider sharing it to other people to help them out, and hit that subscribe button as well. That support will help the channel grow, and it enables me and helps me in the future to provide more tutorials to everybody else as well. So thanks very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.